XRP, we start with forward chart. Just I want to give a quick update. First of all, if you refer to my last analysis, since the price was within the here, I mentioned I'm looking for XRP for this year, and this is what we get. And as a short term, we have been looking for 41 and 45 cent. We mentioned with the breakout of the 41 and 45, we are looking for 55 cent. And as we can see, 2 times the price tag, and there was no breakout. And right now we are within this correction. We want to see what's the next. Anyway, we start with higher time frame. We start with the monthly. And based on monthly, we have nothing to discuss. As we can see, the only thing is the last time the price couldn't tag all-time high, right? And now we want to see whether we can look for continuation or not. Anyway, based on monthly chart, we have nothing to discuss. And even if we move to weekly chart, similar explanation. The only question is, first, we don't need to really care about these lines. They are just indicative. And the only thing is whether this is the flat. If yes, this is the one is going to give us one move up. But I don't think this is, we can put these two in relative to each other. Mostly we can look for this one as a first, and this one is going to be turned to a flat. And still we can expect for the next drop because the way is reversing is very corrective. Anyway, it doesn't mean we cannot look for buy because XRP is different from other charts. And even we know about the SEC. For me, if I get any opportunity for buy from now, I will take it based on lower time frame. But based on weekly chart, as I mentioned, based on weekly and monthly, we have nothing to discuss and there is no trade setup. And if we move to daily chart right now, I'm looking at this correction. All right. And now the question is, if we look at this one as an internal, but what we get here is a big shadow. That means the possibility to look at this one as a flat and we conform with this flat for the next move is not that high. All right. That means we can expect this flat turn to a more complex correction. Any opportunity for buy within this range will be a short-term trade, and mostly we have to look for the trade based on 1 hour chart. But it depends on the traders, the strategy the traders they use. If we get any opportunity for buy, we will take it, and we prefer this one turn to a deeper correction. And if we get any opportunity based on lower time frame, we will take it. And based on daily chart, the targets I'm looking for is 63 and 72 cents. All right. But based on daily chart, I don't see any trade unless we look for the flag. And even we cannot look for the indicators as a divergence. Anyway, if we move to lower time frame, we don't need these lines anymore. We just remove it. And if we move to forward chart, right now I'm looking at this. And mostly we look for this one as based on 1 hour chart. Okay, at this point, we can look at this correction as a three-way flat. All right. And whoever get the trade for buy within this range right now, if they want to keep the trade, move their stop loss to break even. And any trade within this range will be short term. Then we want to see whether the price can break the previous top or not. But as I mentioned, what we get here, the way is forming, we can expect this one turn to a deeper correction before we look for the next. That means the internal one can turn to a more complex. That's why if anyone wants to look for trade, they consider as a short term. And to make it very simple, I'm looking at this correction as what I explained based on daily chart. Any opportunity for buy, I will take it. And if I move to 1 hour chart, similar explanation. Right now, I'm looking at this. Okay. But if anyone wants to look for buy by having entry above the top, they should put a bit higher. And what we want, price sharply tag, break and continue. If the price tag is not moving within the first or maximum second hours, we should take out the trade. It's not really good or the best trade setup, but as a short term, we can look for the buy. But we should know that even if you're looking to see the break, the price at least tag the previous stop, in terms of the risk and reward is not really good. As I mentioned, it's not the best trade setup. Okay. By the way, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.